Good evening. I'm Jack Klugman, and I'm a real magic buff, and I'll bet every one of you is too. But what does the word magic mean to you? Does it conjure up visions of fantasy, illusion, and mystery? Because if it does, you and I have come to the right place. What you at home will see tonight is exactly what those of us here in the theater will see. The illusions will not come from the camera, but from the talent of a 23-year-old man who already has become a superstar in the world of magic. He has devoted much of the past year to the preparation of this, his third television special. So please, find a comfortable spot on the edge of your seat as you watch dramatic illusions unlike any you have ever seen on television. As you watch the talent and the style that have propelled this young man to the top. As you watch the magic of David Copperfield.
I'm David Copperfield. And underneath this cloth is a $50,000 Italian Ferrari. Options excellent. It's a great car, but it's got one problem. It was only meant to go into two directions, forward and reverse. Tonight, we're going to try to make it go in a direction it's never gone before. Up.
every time he's in a tense moment, like with his girlfriend, he tries to avoid the situation by making jokes. Well, it dawned on me that I do the same thing. But instead of using jokes, I use what's most comfortable for me. I do magic. And right now, with the help of my lovely guest, the star of the hit series Dallas, Mary Crosby, I'd like to show you a real situation from my life where I didn't take someone seriously enough and almost lost something very dear to me.
centuries, magicians have amazed audiences with daring and death-defying escapes. David is about to elevate the art to a new level, combining his devotion to movies with one of the most dangerous weapons ever created, the laser. I would again like to remind you there are no camera tricks used on this show. You are seeing exactly what our studio audience sees, and I assure you there is no danger to anyone here in our audience. The danger will be strictly to David. Here, along with his guests, Cindy Williams and Louis Nye, more of the magic of David Copperfield.
Before we can continue, I'm going to need to borrow something from the audience. Let's see. Can I borrow that ring you're wearing? Would you mind? Okay. Because the piece we're going to present to you is called Ring Finger.
Excuse me, do you happen to have a cigarette? I'm all out, and the only ones they sell here in the casino are those foreign kind. And I don't know about you, but I find foreign cigarettes much too strong for my taste. I'm sorry, I do seem to be rambling on. I haven't even asked you your name.
Bondage. James Bondage.
I admire your hands, Mr. Bondage.
I admire your taste, Miss...
Plenty. Guden plenty.
Is this your first time in Ring Finger's casino?
This is my first time in any casino. And I don't know about you, but I find gambling hard work. It makes me so thirsty.
Well, I'd love to buy you a drink, Miss Plenty. But unfortunately, I have a business meeting this evening. Perhaps later?
Tonight?
Exactly.
Before you go, could you do something for me again with your hands?
My car. Until later?
Bondage, you're 3.5 minutes late.
Sorry, but the traffic was incredible.
No time for that. Here's a new item that just came out of the lab. I think you'll find it most useful. Don't put that on.
Why?
That ring possesses an extraordinary power. Here, read the instructions. Miss Hennypenny, will you step in here, please? This is the part you'll find useful.
I quite agree.
Do you recognize these, Bondage?
Of course.
The only device our lab has come up with that is completely inescapable. The eternal restraining cubes.
Are you going to give me a crack at it?
Indirectly. You're going to do it with Miss Hennypenny.
It's about time.
The ability to move from one place to the other. I can see where this could come in quite handy. Thank you, Miss Hennypenny.
Have you ever heard of a man named Ringfinger?
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, I was just in this casino.
Well, we have information that his casino is a front for something. So you'll have to go back there and see if you can find anything interesting.
I already have.
James, the instructions. And be careful with that ring.
You can count on me. Sorry I'm late, but my engine overheated.
Well, that's all right. But I'm afraid the bar is closed. You won't be able to buy me that drink you promised.
I never go back on a promise.
But James, what about you? Extraordinary.
Yes. 53 was a good year. Light, delicate, with just a hint of the unexpected.
I don't think you'll be needing this any longer, Mr. Bondage. But I will. I have the world's largest collection of rings. Diamond rings, emerald rings, little orphan Annie decoder rings. But this is my prized possession. Not only does it make me stylish and fashionable, it also makes me the most powerful man on earth. Why, with this ring in my hands, there is nothing I can't do. Why, I could make copies and equip an entire army. Or perhaps sailors would be fun. You see, the possibilities are endless. Yes, endless. And it is mine, all mine.
Oh, James, I'm so sorry. Ringfinger made me do it. He kidnapped my sister, my daughter, my sister, my daughter, Thank you. I wouldn't release her unless I helped trap you.
That's all right. I won't hold it against you.
Oh, James, I wish you would. And I thought your hands were amazing. What can I do to help?
Get me the ring.
Well, Mr. Bondage, you may wonder what that is hovering over your body. It is not a sun lamp. It is an industrial laser. Oh, Mr. Bondage. This laser is capable of cutting through any material known to man. I'm sure you'd love to see it in action. Bye-bye bondage.
He's getting loose. He's free the injection.
Well, Mr. Bondage, It looks like you're going to live up to your name, or should I say, die up to it? In case you should wake up, I think this will keep you in your place. Faster, men, faster! Bye, bondage, I say, bye! Time to get out of that, again.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Danielle.
Danielle?
Yes.
Do you want to help me out?
Okay.
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 Take my hand. Come on. We're going to do something. Give Danielle a big hand. You're very pretty, you know that, don't you? Are you married?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Does he ever give you a Valentine on Valentine's Day?
No.
No? Well, nobody gave me a Valentine on Valentine's Day either. And you know what happened?
What?
It broke my heart. You want to see what I do when I get a broken heart?
No.
Well, I'm going to show you anyway, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
How many times have you tried to make a great impression on someone, and instead you wind up with egg on your face? It's happened to all of us at one time or another, and in the case of a man, it's most likely to happen when he's trying to make an impression on a woman. That's why David came up with this next story. Just when he's convinced that he's the world's biggest klutz, he realizes there's one thing he can always rely on: magic. Here is David with this beautiful guest, Debbie Boone.
language of magic is universal, and because of that, people from all over the world are able to appreciate it. A case in point is my next guest. From Japan, here is Shimada. You know, music is very important to me. I try to use as much of the music I enjoy and the magic I do. In fact, I brought with me some of my favorite albums. I thought I'd show them to you here. Barry Manilow. We try to use a lot of Barry Manilow music. In fact, in last year's show, we used a Barry Manilow tune. Debbie Boone is on our show today. George, can you play Debbie Boone's big hit? She had a big hit last year. Why don't you play? Do you remember this? Dumbo was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. In fact, do you remember the theme song from Dumbo? Do you? You don't remember the theme song from Dumbo? George, can you play the theme song from Dumbo, please? That's not the theme song from Dumbo. Here's some of my other favorites. Eat Your Spinach. Laverne and Shirley Sing.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Thank you.
Cindy Williams.
Very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, really.
Why do you think thank you.
I thank anyone who's bought this album. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, since you're out here, would you mind trying a little experiment with me?
Magic?
Yes, magic.
No knives involved?
No knives.
All right, sure.
Okay. These are some of my favorite records. In fact, I've cut off the backs of these albums so they all look alike from behind. I'm going to use them. I'm going to use them to make a prediction.
All right.
All right? Just a moment. Let me just find it. I'm going to show it to the whole audience, but I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to influence your choice
All right.
in any way.
Okay.
But everybody, I'd like you to remember what this album is, so you all know. This is my prediction. Okay. Now, don't tell Cindy.
Your prediction for what?
Well,
Something.
Something's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to take it and place it right over here, just like that, so we all know where it is.
Okay.
And I'm not going to touch it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Easy enough.
Now, I've got a duplicate set of albums here. And you're going to pick one of these albums, and believe it or not, it will match my prediction over here.
All right. I'm
Okay.
not real good at this.
Okay.
All right.
We'll try.
I'll try.
Okay?
I'll
Try to make it easy on you.
All right.
All right. Now, I'm going to go through them one by one. And as I go through them, I want you to tell me when to stop at any point that you want. You'll have a perfectly free selection sometime today.
Okay. Stop.
Do you want this one or do you want the next one?
I want the next one.
The next one?
Yes.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay. Now take it and hold it up against, just like that. You just made an album cover very happy.
Oh, David, really?
I made a prediction over here. It's remained in
that's
full
right.
view
Yes, you did.
all
Yes.
this time. From this duplicate stack, you selected one album.
Yes.
She could have selected any of these albums, but she selected the one which she has firmly clutched up against herself. Now, there's the big moment of the show. Peek at your album. Peek at what it is. Don't show it to anybody. Okay? Now, in a loud voice, tell us the name of the artist who recorded that album.
Debbie Boone.
What
Did
was it?
I mess it up?
And what's the name of the album? Come on, tell me
The name
the
of
truth.
the album?
Yeah.
You Light Up My Life. It's Debbie Boone, You Light Up My Life.
Cindy.
It is, David.
Turn it
Debbie
around.
Boone.
Show the whole audience what it is, what it really is.
I told you I wasn't any good.
This has never happened before. Well, in this case, there's only one thing to do.
But I've noticed that some of your illusions are based on things from your life, but that's not always the case, is it?
Well, not always, but sometimes I have a special reason for creating a particular illusion. And the next one is a perfect example of that. But in order to do it, we're going to have to kind of work together, okay?
You want me to help?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't you levitate me home and then levitate that sports car in my garage?
I brought something for you to read.
Want me to look it over? It's a fable.
Right, but this one has a moral that's very special to me.
I'll be glad to read it. There was a boy from long ago, and once upon a time, he wasn't like the other boys with lots of trees to climb. Other boys played baseball and later learned to drive, but this boy had a different way of making things arrive. All fables have a moral, so we couldn't leave it out. They make it clear exactly what the story's all about. Though children may be thoughtless, mean, or all of the above, someday they will return the gift their parents gave them, love.
I'd like to thank my guests, Jack Klugman, Cindy Williams, Debbie Boone, Mary Crosby, Louis Nye, and Shimada. Tonight, we've brought you many new illusions. Some of them have been inspired by important moments of my life. I'd like to thank you for allowing us to share those personal moments with you, and also for being a wonderful audience. Good night.